Hello Sag, welcome to your overview for 2023. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Now, two things I want to add to my spiel. One is construction happening next door as always, so you will hear a drill. Sorry about that. And secondly, I've been wanting to avoid this, but every single sign has heard this speech. I've been working really hard on these videos, Sag, and for some reason, the YouTube algorithm hates me. It is not showing my videos at all. It's not recommending them. They're not even showing up in search results, and I'm doing everything right. I promise you that. So, if you are liking this content, and a lot of people are, the people who are actually getting to see the videos, they are interacting with it, so I know I'm doing something right. So if you're liking my content, a little gesture of either liking or subscribing or pressing the bell or dropping me a comment would really help my channel. Okay, and I love what I do and I want to keep doing it, and I don't regret a minute of all of this, but a little bit of recognition would really help. All right, because it's a little disheartening when you're putting so much time and effort into this and not getting to see any results. Okay, I didn't want to be one of those readers, but I had to say it because something needs to be done. This is getting ridiculous. I don't know why YouTube hates me. Okay, now we are looking at an overview of the next year for you, 2023. And I'm going to go through all 12 astrological houses, and if you don't know what they stand for, I will tell you their significance as and when I'm pulling the cards. And I'm using the Tarot of the Light and Shadow, and the shadow cards are going to show us what it is that you need to leave behind successfully, and the light cards will show us what we are embracing. Okay, alrighty, Sag, your first house. Your first house is your identity. Okay, this is the energy you bring forth when you enter a room for the first time. This may not be how you look at yourself, but this is how people perceive you. All right. Beautiful. I love this. You're leaving behind the Fool and Shadow. This is a risk taker. This is somebody who scuba dives without really training for it beforehand. You know what I mean? Someone who gets themselves into trouble. This could also be somebody who makes bad decisions. So if you've been seeing yourself as someone who has made poor decisions in 2022, I feel like you're changing that about yourself. And you're embracing the Page of Wands. This is kind of your energy. Exploration. I feel that there could be certain parts of your psyche, Sag, that may have developed through triggers and traumas that you may have experienced in 2022. And they may have brought out parts of yourselves, shadows of yourself that you probably don't like. With the Page of Wands, I see you embracing those parts of yourself and transmuting those parts of yourself into something beautiful. It is also possible. Now, the Fool is a traveler. It is a wanderer, right? With all of the COVID restrictions that have been put upon us in the last few years. Now, touch wood, everything is opening up, right? It has opened up, and I hope it stays that way. Again, like I said, the Page of Wands is your energy. It is an explorer. So you may be traveling, you may be exploring new lands, you may be studying, you may be going in for higher education. There is some kind of curiosity here that you are indulging in, that you're giving yourself permission to explore. Okay, so I like that. We have inheritance. Interesting. Let's get one more. Egotism. Again, the Fool can be egoistic, right? It's called a fool for a reason. So if you were surrounded by people who you had to inflate yourself in front of just to prove a point, you know, people who made you want to put up a guard, people who made you want to, like, who made you defensive, like you had to prove something constantly. I feel like, again, why I'm saying that is because we have inheritance, right? So this possibly isn't your energy. This could be something that was inherited because of your communications. I feel like that is being left behind. And with the Page of Wands, you're just exploring your own spirit. You're being a little more childlike and not childish. Does that make sense? Indulging in relationships that, well, bring out the little kid in you, the playfulness in you. I like that. Okay. Second house. This is ruled by Taurus, and the second house is your income. This is your personal wealth. All right, what brings you stability and security? Leaving behind temperance. In the shadow. I like that. Temperance is your card. This is your energy. And embracing the Eight of Swords. I need one more. I'm sorry. That hammer is so loud. And the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Look. You see how she is pouring serpents into that chalice and not water. Okay? The Temperance card in the shadow can be being uninspired. It can be doing something for the heck of doing something. It can be, to an extent, putting in too much work in something and not getting the intended result. Okay? So I feel like if your energy was depleted, if you felt like you've wasted time doing something over and over again, you're pulling yourself out of that. The Eight of Swords in shadow can be these swords creating prison bars almost, where you feel stuck and trapped in your own mind. You see those swords are disintegrating, making way for you to move forward, creating the Four of Swords, which is healing, right? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that is the universe understanding that you have worked hard. You may have been putting a whole lot of work into something, you haven't gotten the credit that you deserved, but the universe is recognizing that and sending blessings your way. Beautiful energy. The Wheel of Fortune is the universe taking the wheel, taking matters into their own hands because it feels like you've done the work. Practicality. You've done everything by the book. Kind of similar to what I've been doing, to be honest. I'm doing everything by the book, but I'm not getting that recognition, right? I don't want to make this about myself, okay? I don't have a big ego, I promise you that. Just giving you an example. So this is like universal justice almost coming into the mix. Achievement. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love this. You have the sun and the moon in Capricorn. And Capricorn energy is beautiful in the second house because Capricorn is Saturnian energy. It is the mountain goat, right? The sea goat that achieves everything it sets its mind to. Some of you may have very heavy Capricorn in your chart, or you may be on the cusp. But you see how we're going from the moon to the sun. So the achievement and the success and the recognition and the credit and the income that may have been hidden, that may have not been given to you, I feel like the sun is shining on that now. Reward for merit. That's what I'm getting. There will be reward for merit. Sag. I'm going to keep sipping coffee. It's quite early here. Okay. Let's see now. Your third house, ruled by Gemini. This is the house of communication, travel, wit, wisdom, intellect, intelligence, curiosity, leaving behind strength. I'm getting the same thing here. Strength is Leo energy, right? You see that. That is Mars in Leo. That could be the shadow aspect of Leo energy, which is false bravado, okay, egotism, and like inflated pride, an inflated sense of self. So I feel like if there were people around you who, like that King of Wands in the animal deck, if you're familiar with it, the cobra that inflates itself just to make itself seem more menacing, you know. So I feel like there could have been people who were talking the big talk, right? But their actions didn't match their words. Ace of Swords, there is truth now. There's clarity now. I feel like the conversations that you are having are not laced with pride. They are not coming from a place of the false ego. They are coming from absolute certainty. Now, that, if you're familiar with the Arthurian legend, that is Excalibur, all right? And in the shadow aspect, the Excalibur is stuck in the stone. It hasn't been removed by Arthur, right? But in the light, it is, well, it's done its duty. It has done its duty and it's been flung into the lake and it's being held up by the Lady of the Lake to signify a job well done. This is an achievement of some kind, okay? I feel like if you've been dealing with a whole lot of people who've been coming in with empty conversations, where you feel like you constantly just have to talk about the weather to fill in the silence, right? There's more substance coming in. I also feel with the Strength card, if you are in some kind of communications in the sense of your career, okay, or even travel, and if you've been feeling restricted, sorry, I had to pause the video. So I was saying, if you are in communications or travel in your career and you've been feeling restricted, you've been feeling blocked, and you've been feeling like you want to give up regarding something because it's not moving, right? This could even be in regards to a relationship, like you're trying to converse with your partner and you feel like you're hitting a wall, right? This is communication. This is a mature adult conversation. This is progress. This is movement. This is restrictions being lifted and just moving full steam ahead. Where's my oracle deck? There. Getting so much from this. Protection. Moon in Aries. Interesting. Because the Strength card is very similar to this. We have protection and criticism. Oh, that's what it is. You remember I was speaking about the inflated ego and how someone may be trying to put you down constantly? You are removing these people from your life because you're sick of the constant unhealthy criticism. I like constructive criticism, all right? But sometimes people are just so nitpicky all the time that they bring your spirit down. So you're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself with your own truth and only indulging in conversations and people who are, well, real, who are genuine. You know what I mean? Interesting, very interesting. Protecting your aura. And I told another sign this before you. If you are into crystals, I would tell you and ask you to work with bronzite and with kyanite. Bronzite will help protect your auric field, and kyanite, this is kyanite, coincidence. This will help you with clear communications. All right, 4th house. This is ruled by Cancer, and this is the house of your home, your roots, your ancestors, your family, whatever brings you nourishment and helps you feel safe. Leaving behind the 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm getting, for all the signs, almost all the signs, the overarching theme has been unapologetic individualism, unapologetic selfishness. Okay? Because I feel like a lot of us have been overextending ourselves to help people, to be there for other people. And we haven't really been focusing on ourselves all that much. And why this shift is happening is because Jupiter is finally, truly, for a while, entering Aries, has entered Aries. Aries, being the newborn of the zodiac, is quite individualistic. You know what I mean? So this is more about what can we do for ourselves? How can we nurture and help ourselves? The Lovers. Wow. The Lovers hasn't shown up much, to be very frank with you, in these readings. I think only one more sign got, we have Strength in the Light, bottom of the deck. It hasn't been showing up much. With the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you've been struggling. Okay. Again, like I said here somewhere, where too much work is being put in and not enough results are being, or enough credit is being given. I feel like if you have been single, if you have been struggling through life by yourself, there is a partnership coming in. The Lovers is a beautiful card to get in the 4th house because this is building a home with someone else. This is sharing responsibilities, protecting each other. You see that? The Umbrella, shading each other from any kind of hardships and taking on each other's loads. Some of you may be getting married this year, Sag. That's beautiful. Some of you may even meet someone at work. It is possible. We have independence. You remember what I just said about that overarching theme of unapologetic individuality? We have independence and we have fulfillment. And now I'm going to bring up an analogy that I talk about a lot in my readings, about the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Our goals are not the 10s, okay? Our goals, what is in our hands, is the 9s. Our own wish fulfillment and our own independence, monetary and otherwise. Once we reach those apexes, the 10th cup or the 10th pentacle is handed to us by the universe as a reward for a job well done. Because we've made ourselves whole, right? I feel like with the 8 of Pentacles, you have done the work. You've done the difficult, dark, shady work that we all as human beings need to do time and time again, right? This is shadow work also. But I feel like because you have made that home within yourself, you have stabilized yourself through your independence, right? You are bringing in fulfillment. This is not a codependent relationship, whatever this is with the Lovers card. This is being whole and complete within yourself so you can attract someone who is whole and complete within themselves. And you come in to complement each other and not complete each other. Does that make sense? Because you're already complete. This is going to be a very fulfilling relationship or marriage. I'm not going to take it. I'm not taking flippers. Okay, 5th house. This is ruled by Leo. This is the house of passion, creativity. Ugh, so many flippers. I'm going to take it, fine. Passion, creativity, children to an extent, your hobbies, anything that brings you joy and pleasure. This could also be the house of casual dating. You have the Queen of Cups in shadow. I don't like the Queen of Cups in shadow. I'm so glad she's in the past. Oh, I have never noticed this. You see that ghost right there? This could be a card of being ghosted. It's possible that some of you were ghosted while you were dating. The Queen of Cups originally in the light is someone who has a whole lot of love. She's very authentic, and no gender in tarot. Take the energy. She's authentic, she's loving, she's charming, she's intuitive, she's nurturing. But in the shadow, she ghosts people. She can be a very selfish energy, very self-serving energy. Someone who comes in with grand declarations of love and then just disappears. And you're embracing the Two of Cups. Listen, you know, I like to do love readings, okay? I'm a Cancer and a Pisces, so naturally I like to do love readings, but somehow the 2023 readings haven't been very love-centric. They haven't been very love-focused. They've been more career and community-focused. Your reading is so refreshing because there is a lot of love that is showing up here. The Two of Cups is two Aces of Cups that have come together to, well, fill each other up. Okay, this is two equal offers of love. I feel like whatever this Queen of Cups was offering to you, and this could have just been one person or could be like different people that you may have dated, right? Who just left you wanting, you know, it just wasn't fulfilling enough. These relationships just brought nothing to the table. There is something beautiful coming in now. I'm almost feeling like you'll meet this person. You'll just be like, optimism. You'll just be like, oh, you know, I've kind of given up. You know, even if I'm going on a date, I'm just going to go make a new friend. I don't think anything's going to come out of it. And when you least expect it, this person turns out to be the perfect partner for you. So, which is why optimism is showing up, Moon in Sagittarius. This is your energy. I feel that you need to be a little more optimistic when it comes to your love life, Sag. You may have been very disappointed in people in the past, okay? But there are plenty of fish in the sea. Remember that. One fish may have just been ridiculously slimy and very disappointing. Doesn't mean the others are going to be the same, right? There is something coming in, I promise you, if you are single. And if you are not, then this could just be a renewal in a relationship. You know, with the Queen of Cups, where you felt like there was love lacking in your life. This is a revival of that love. Okay, 6th house, ruled by Virgo. This is the house of your health, your day-to-day routine, your to-do list, your chores. Leaving behind the Chariot. Now, I think you're the third sign who's gotten the Chariot in shadow. Right here. So, Chariot is Cancer energy, right? And I feel like, now, in the light, the Chariot is very focused movement, okay? It is having one particular direction in mind and moving full steam ahead because you know what your destination is going to be. This is a sense of control. The Emperor rides the Chariot, and the Emperor needs to control both of those horses, in this case elephants, which represent light and shadow, good and bad, yin and yang, right? In the shadow, this is lack of control. So some of you may have, it's possible, if there were any addictions in your life, you may have fallen off the wagon. Never blame yourself for that, all right? Healing is not linear. There are ups and downs. If that does not resonate with you, I feel like with the Chariot, there may have been some kind of thing that you were doing or eating or drinking that just, you thought it was harmless, right? And you're probably the fourth sign I'm going to give this analogy to. And if you've been watching for multiple signs, you're probably sick of me by now. Diet Coke, okay? Sugar-free, calorie-free, it's just carbonated water, right? No, it's not. It's full of ridiculously unhealthy chemicals, right? So you've been drinking Diet Coke every single day thinking it doesn't harm you, but then you realize, hang on a minute, I have completely given up control of my life because I am putting poison in my body. Okay, I'm not saying it's poison, but you know what I mean. This could also be like, let's say you have been running, but you're running wrong. The way your foot is landing has been wrong. I've been giving the same metaphors all the time for every sign, but this is the only way I can make you explain this to you, make you understand what I'm saying. So this is you realizing that I need to start running right so that I don't hurt myself, you know. So this is like a repetition of something that's been overdone. There's a course correction that's happening. Beautiful. King of Wands. The King of Wands is focused. The King of Wands knows exactly what he wants. He has his eye on the prize, okay? His or her. No gender in tarot. I feel like if you had boundless energy, Sag, okay, you felt like whether it was anger, it was joy, you may have been emotionally eating, okay? Let's say, now I'm the opposite. People say when they're depressed, they eat a lot, right? I'm the opposite. If I'm depressed, I cannot touch food. But if I'm happy, oh my goodness, I can eat 5 cakes. Okay, so it's possible that some of you may have been overindulging, whatever state of mind you were in. But I feel like with the King of Wands, you are taking control. You are taking back control of your life. You have a routine. You have a regime. Some of you may even be joining something like Zumba classes, you know, or salsa classes, because that's the King of Wands for me. I always say this. He's the salsa dancing king, someone who loves to be in the spotlight. So, or there could be some kind of theater involved. There could be some kind of like something that puts you in the public eye, you know, that becomes a part of your daily routine. I like that. Caution. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been talking about. Be cautious about what you are ingesting, what you are putting into your body. And this is 6th house energies. This is Mercury in Virgo. And we have Charity. I need one more here. Saturn in Cancer. And we have Domination. You know, I'm also getting, sometimes we get very influenced with advertisements. Something may just say that, oh, you know, this is really healthy for you. This is really organic and it's free of preservatives. Read the label. That's what I'm getting. Caution, read the label. Because with domination, it is possible that, you know, some markets are totally monopolized with certain products. And we just feel like, okay, that is the best thing for us because they are doing the best. They are advertising the most. You know what I mean? And we feel it is safe for consumption because, well, everyone's consuming it. It might not be the best for you. All right? Okay, not going to spend more time here. Now, getting to the juicy bits. So this is the 7th house ruled by Libra, and this is the house of marriage, commitment, long-term partnerships, business partnerships, leaving behind the King of Swords. I like that. I truly do. Embracing the 3 of Wands. I need one more. And the Knight of Cups. How beautiful. This is great for love. 2023 will be great for love for you, Sag. The King of Swords in the shadow is someone who can be very combative. Okay, it is someone who has this, like I always say, there's a difference in between being blunt and honest and a difference in between being rude, right? You see, it's right under the criticism card. So this could have been somebody who was constantly pointing fingers, right? Constantly like poking and nagging and nitpicking at things that you may have been doing. This could have been an ex. But I feel like you have been setting your sights towards something new. You remember the Queen of Cups here in shadow as well. And then the King of Swords in shadow. So whoever this person was, I feel like their energy did not suit yours. And you were looking towards the horizon knowing with optimism that there is something better out there for you. And that optimism is what is bringing in the Knight of Cups. I have been saying that there is something coming in. And again, if you're already in a partnership, there is a renewal. There is a change in frequency, a change in dynamic. That could be coming about. The Knight of Cups offers a beautiful cup of love. The Knight of Cups offers the full cup. Honest with their emotions. Decision. Wow, it's also possible that there is a decision to be made either between like two new people, or it could be a decision between someone from the past and someone brand new. Interesting. And we have discovery. I would give yourself a little bit of room to play, Sag. Okay? Give yourself a little bit of room to play. I feel like there's more that you need to discover here. I feel like 2023 will be a great time for people to show you their true colors. Status. Some of you are definitely getting married this year. Most definitely. The status card is Jupiter in Taurus. And Jupiter expands anything it touches, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. That is literally a trine between Jupiter and Venus. That is love being magnified. With status, I'm not getting literal social status, okay? I'm getting like a solidification of something. I'm getting something being officialized. You see the crown right there. It's almost like they are being coronated. You know, the king and queen, after they are married, they are coronated. That's what I'm getting here. I feel like something is being solidified. But some of you may be a little indecisive about this. It is possible. And you may be giving yourself a little more time to play, like I said. I'm not saying rush into anything. But I feel like this is going to be make or break time for you. Where you finally either take the leap or remove yourself from whatever this is. It's a great year to get married. Let's just say that. Not everyone wants to get married, okay? This could just be moving in together or just leveling up the commitment. You know, if you've been casually dating, this could be like solidifying it and being official. Okay. Let's see now. Hang on. What signs do we have? I feel like I need to mention the signs. We have Taurus, we have Sagittarius, and we have Gemini. So those signs could be important for you. Keep that in mind. All right. 8th house, ruled by Scorpio. This talks about things that we don't speak about in polite society. So death, debt, taxes, intimacy, other people's money, the occult, all of that wonderful stuff. Leaving behind the 4 of Swords. I'm getting shadow work. I'm getting shadow work that wasn't done right. Embracing the death card. I love this. This is Scorpionic energy. This house is ruled by Scorpio. That is stunning. I'm going to get one more here. The Queen of Wands. This is beautiful, Sag. This is absolutely wonderful. Okay. You know what I'm getting? I feel like whenever you try to heal yourself, okay, whenever you try to heal your traumas, something else would come in and knock you back. Right? I know this is not the house of healing. This is not your 12th house. But it does represent your subconscious mind to an extent. It does represent things that have been hidden from you and from other people. This could be a resurfacing of traumas. This could be you realizing what triggers you. And with the death card, you are putting a full and final end to those themes in your life. And with the Queen of Wands, you did have the King of Wands as well. You are focusing towards the light. You are moving towards the light. You have a laser focus on pulling yourself out of this underworld, whatever this is. This is Plutonian energy. So this could be people. This could be even getting yourself out of debt. You know, repaying your debt, following your passions, following a creative dream, monetizing it, and pulling yourself out of that debt. This could also, for some of you, talk about your health. It's possible that you're recovering from a surgery or you're recovering from some kind of period of isolation. And with the death card, that is you literally walking towards the sun. I love the death card in the light because you've done the work. You know, there's a completion of something here that was bringing you down. Moving towards the light. That is stunning energy. Okay, let's get you an oracle. Secrets. You remember I said things that are hidden. This is the perfect card for this house. This is Venus in Scorpio. I also feel like with the 4 of Swords, if your partner, anyone you've been intimate with or whatever, has been holding back, if there has been lack of communication with the 4 of Swords, if there's been periods of separation and isolation from each other, I feel like with the Queen of Wands, firstly, with the death card, that is transforming. Those secrets are coming to light. You may just, get a call and be like, I have been away from you because of such and such, not because I wanted to be. Okay, I have been busy with work. I lost a job. Whatever. I've been mourning something else. That's why I distanced myself from you. That's what I'm getting here. So it's like there's a revelation as to why somebody may have been, well, apart from you. And with the Queen of Wands, this is a revival. This is adding the spark back into something that was just dead, that was just like flat. It's like you've been given a coloring book and it's just black and white, it's just very unappealing. Someone hands you a box of colors and off you go. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. Now, 9th house, ruled by you, Sag. This is the house of philosophy, ideologies, idealism, spirituality, religion, travel, all of that. Leaving behind the 6 of Cups. I haven't gotten the 6 of Cups much in these readings, and we have the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Oh, wow. Hang on a minute. I used the light deck. Excuse me. Excuse me, please. Okay, let's get you the shadow. You're embracing the 6 of Cups, which is beautiful. Everything happens for a reason. The death in shadow. You had the death in light. Everything is bleeding in. Death in shadow is you realizing that something may not have actually completed itself after all. And you know what I got the minute I got the 6 of Cups? Was some kind of soul contract. Okay. I know this is not the house of partnerships, but the 6 of Cups is literally a soulmate card. This is someone you have had a past life connection with, okay? And with the death card, I'm not again getting a bad energy. I'm feeling like there is still something that is left to complete within a relationship in this lifetime. So whoever this is that I've been seeing coming towards you, it's possible that this person and you shared a relationship of some kind in another lifetime. And because your journey with each other isn't complete just yet, they're showing themselves again. And why I'm not getting a bad energy is because of the Sun. Because this is something that is coming back into your life in this lifetime to fulfill you and nourish you. Some of you may even meet this person while you're traveling. It is possible. I told you, I'm getting a whole lot of love in your spread. We have risk, Saturn and Aries, and appreciation. You may be very cautious about this because you see with the death in reverse. Now see, I don't know if you believe in past lifetimes and all of that, but and if you don't, this could honestly just be an ex. This could just be somebody that you still have some kind of journey left with. Someone whose role in your life is not over. And you may be feeling like it's a risk to keep investing in this again and again, but I feel like you need to give this a little more time. You may need to, you remember I said right here, give yourself room to play. I feel like you need to give somebody a chance to prove themselves again. Someone may not have shown up correctly. I need to stop getting love here because this is just, it's overwhelming me a little bit, because this is like, I feel like this is just changing your philosophy of life even. I mean, that is a bit of a stretch, but it is possible. Sometimes certain connections come our way where they completely turn our world upside down, and it changes our trajectory. It changes our spirituality, especially if you've been in a twin flame connection. I don't like to harp on those because very few people are in twin flames. A lot of people think they're twin flames when they're really not, because those connections are very rare. But if you happen to be a part of a twin flame connection, then it's a very difficult journey. It literally upturns your entire life. Your primary focus becomes healing. So, okay, that's what I'm getting here. Strange. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Anywho, 10th house, ruled by Capricorn. This is the house of your career, your income, your public image. Okay, and we have a stellium happening in Capricorn, at least while I'm recording. So there is, nice Judgment. So there's a lot of Capricornian energy in at least the environment right now. Judgment in the shadow is a beautiful card to get here. It's absolutely stunning. Clap for you. I'm going to clap for you. Would you look at this energy? Sag, the phoenix that destroys itself with its own fire and rebirths itself from its own ashes. Okay? There's a reinvention here. There's a reinvention of not just how you are perceived by the public, but what is bringing you solid monetary success. The Ace of Pentacles. This is the best card you can get in the 10th house. There is a new opportunity coming in and you need to grab it, my friend. This is a full year. Even if you don't get this in January, if you don't get it in February, you will get it in March. Okay? Wait. Be patient. The Ace of Pentacles takes its own sweet time to show itself because it is a seed, right? A seed is not just going to fall from the sky. It's not a bolt of lightning. You have to wait for one tree to grow, to bear fruit, for that fruit to bear seed, and for that seed to fall on the ground so it can form another tree. It's a process, okay? Something is being reinvented here and is being given to you as a fresh offer. If you had lost out on a particular job opportunity, I wouldn't be surprised if those people call you up and ask you to come back and give you another chance. You know what I mean? If you have lost out on, let's say, a significant amount of money, it's possible that you are given a small sum to reinvest that can, well, create a whole lot of abundance for you. It is possible for some of you, you had quit a business. Okay, I was giving Scorpio my entire life story. For some reason, I kept giving personal examples in their reading. And I was telling them how I quit a 14-year business, which was very stable for me, right? That was me reinventing myself. I was a baker, right? I was always a spiritual person, but I never monetized on tarot. It never became a career path for me. But once I allowed myself to be reinvented and I stopped looking at myself as a baker, I gave myself that opportunity to become a healer instead. Because that was my path. My North Node is in Pisces. I was meant to do this. You know, so till you leave something behind, till you realize that, okay, it's okay for me to take that risk. You have risk right here. Everything bleeds in. Till you allow yourself to take that risk, you will never be able to reinvent yourself. You will never be able to grab those opportunities that can actually lead to the 10 of Pentacles and not a false 10 of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Indecision. And I feel like you're at a crossroads right now. And again, changing your career path, changing your life path can be unnerving. It can be difficult. But once you make that decision, Sag, riches, come on. This is again Capricorn energy, 10th house energy. Give yourself permission to rebirth yourself. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You are being protected and guided through this. All right, let's see your 11th house, ruled by Aquarius. This is the house of your community, your society, your social groups, friendships, neighbors, and all of that. Leaving the wheel behind. Interesting. I wonder. I'm going to get one more card. I'm just going to randomly pick it up. The Page of Swords. Okay. Oh, we have two. I will take them. We have the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. You know how many people have been getting the same damn energy? I feel some people in your life may have been a gamble, okay? And I feel like investment in those people may have been the wrong decision. Sometimes people come into your life for a reason, a season, or for a change. And I feel like you are finally seeing the purpose of some people in your life. And I feel like those people have completed their duty. With the Page of Swords, I feel like you have learned everything that you needed to learn from these social groups, from these friendships. But I'm almost feeling like with the Wheel and Shadow, this is someone who, or a group of people who were meant to bring about a significant change in your life, and they've accomplished that task. Okay? With the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles in the light, I feel like this is you embracing your independence. This is you embracing a sense of self independent from your society. Aquarius is a very independent energy, and it is a very ironic energy because it is hyper independence as well as being a humanitarian. So it is pouring into that communal pool of water, pouring yourself into that communal pool of water, but not really taking much in return. Okay, being so fulfilled within yourself that you don't need anybody else's energy to feel complete. So this is what I'm getting here with the Seven of Wands. You having not a high ground, but you being a little detached. And again, with the Nine of Pentacles, just working on yourself. Slightly vague, slightly, but some of you may have a message from this. Again, Aquarius energy. Come on, Saturn in Aquarius. Eccentricity. I feel like you find yourself to be very different from the people that you are surrounded with. You may feel like you're a little different from the crowd, and you're being very unapologetic about it. You are shining in your own authenticity and originality. And the people who try to, make you another sheep in the herd, I feel like you're removing those energies from your life, because you want to shine in your own authentic truth, right? That herd mentality, I feel like you are removing yourself from that, which I like. All right, let's see your 12th house, ruled by Pisces. This is the house of things that are hidden. Again, very much like the 8th house. So this is your subconscious mind, your dream world, spirituality, and all of that. And beautiful, you're leaving behind the 8 of Swords. I really like this. The 8 of Swords is a mental prison, and especially in the shadow, this is ruminating on negative thoughts over and over again, to the extent that they ruin not just your day but your sleep cycle as well. So if something has been too many, we have Temperance and we have the 5 of Swords, but I don't want to take them. So if you've been ruminating over something over and over again, and someone's been causing you strife where you feel like you can't sleep at night, I feel like that's going to be a thing of the past. Temperance wanted to show itself. Everything happens for a reason. It did flip over, and the universe is, screaming at me a little bit. Stop ignoring my signs is what it is saying. Talking about signs, we have the Magician and the Devil. Wow. And the Tower. And the... Why are there so many major arcana together? I shuffle a lot. You know what? I'm going to take them. There is a massive transformation happening spiritually here. Sag, look at this. Temperance is, investing in the right things, okay? Investing in healing, investing in self, being patient, being temperate, and just choosing peace. The Magician, manifesting from that place of peace, okay? The World, putting an end to the Tower and the Devil, putting an end to unhappy surprises, people who can be toxic, people who come about with a very Uranian-like energy of where you can't trust them. That's what happens when you remove variables from your life. You start embracing peace. You start embracing temperance, which is your energy. Sag, there's a reason temperance kept wanting to show up, because it was talking about your authenticity. It was talking about removing toxic energies. I was giving somebody else this analogy, when we're in a social setting, right? We've gone out for a party or whatever, and we're having fun, we're having a good time, and we're happy, right? No conflict, nothing, everything's great. But we come home and we're emotionally drained, okay? We are mentally drained, not physically, we're not tired, but mentally, it's like we don't want to talk to anybody, right? Why? Because some people are energy vampires. The Devil card. Some people start absorbing your energy and they don't give you anything in return, right? So let's say you are talking about metaphysics, or you're talking about the universe, you're talking about manifestation, you're talking about self-healing and love, you're talking about really wholesome things, and the response you get is, oh, it was really cold today. Did you see the temperature dip? Like wholesomeness versus small talk. So you're not being nourished in return, you're not being fulfilled in return. That's what I'm getting here. And I feel like that is shifting. And because you are removing these energies from your 3D reality, your 5D self is thanking you. Your 5D self is finally being able to embrace that temperance energy and being at peace with itself. Wow. Explosive ending. I love it. That's a lot of major arcana. You see that? I'm going to have to shuffle this deck really well for Capricorn. Okay, let's close off with the wisdom of the oracle. We have why. I'm going to get one more. This is Gemini energy to an extent. This is curiosity. Some of you, like I said, may be delving into higher education. You may be training In some regard, you may be training yourselves when it comes to your career. You may be even training yourselves to become teachers, some of you. And higher power. I feel like you are delving deeper into your own spirituality, Sag. With higher power, the whys that you are asking are very closely related to your 12th house. You're asking, I feel like, the right questions. You are delving deeper into metaphysics, into the occult, into astrology, into tarot, and you're gaining enlightenment. Number 4 and number 31, which adds to a 4. What is the number 4? The 4 cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, the 4 walls of a house. The Emperor is number 4. Anything that is grounded and stable, right? I feel like whatever it is that you are experiencing and learning through this higher power is rooting you, is giving you a sense of security and peace. These answers that you are getting from this higher source are making you feel a little more secure. Vague, but that's going to resonate for one person at least. I'm 1000% sure. All right, that was it for you, Sag. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.